Aaron, thanks very much for sitting down with me today. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Appreciate the opportunity.
Can you tell me a little bit about Total Seed Production?
Yeah, Total Seed Production. We got a long history of producing seed. Dates back to 1936 when we first got into the seed business with 5 acres of seed corn, and grew our production for many years until we started a retail business. And we ran that retail business for about 36 years, and then decided that the future wasn't in retail business for us. We were much better producers than we were sellers of the seed. So we decided to sell our retail business and really focus on what we absolutely do best, and just stayed with production and put a name to what we had been doing, and Total Seed Production was born.
Nice. And how did you get involved there?
Well, that's a really good story, actually. I'm a son-in-law, or what I call an outlaw of the family, and I was at Purdue, and I was engaged to my soon-to-be wife, who was her father was the owner of the business at the time, and I was studying aviation. I had no farm background, knew nothing about farming. I was a junior when September 11th happened, and when after I graduated, the aviation industry wasn't very good at that particular point in time, and I was marrying my wife, and my soon-to-be father-in-law asked me if I wanted a job, and I said, sure. I'm having trouble finding anything else in aviation. I said, as long as if it doesn't work out, we can part ways with no problems. And came in sweeping floors, bagging corn, stacking corn, and worked my way up through the ranks and learned production from the ground up, which by far was the best way to learn.
I think that's the best way to learn everything.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah. It's and there's no part of the plant and no job I haven't done there. So
perfect. And probably everyone there knows that too.
Yep, they do.
Yeah, exactly. So, Aaron, we're in an environment now where we see shrinking budgets. Companies are laying folks off. Yep. Things are a little tight. Seems to be kind of the opposite over at Total Seed Production. 2012 you had expansion, 2013 you had further expansion, 2014 doubled your warehouse space, added automation. What gives? What's the secret here?
Well, it's a lot of hard work, a lot of networking, a lot of really trying to figure out what the industry needs and being able to be flexible enough to capture what the industry's asking for and what all the different customers are needing, because it's a highly competitive industry, and a lot of people are wanting to do their own thing and try to do and brand themselves different ways, and we've got to be able to mold with all the different customers that we currently have and all the new customers that come on board that want our product and want our service, since we have a unique structure.
So what does all this expansion mean for your customers?
Reliability, true reliability, and the sense of understanding and being comfortable that they're going to continue to get that high quality seed that we've done for so many years.
So, tricky question for you, and sometimes an uncomfortable one. Lots of folks produce seed.
Yep.
What separates you from the others?
Yeah, that's a good question. We try really hard to separate ourselves, and I feel it's quite easy sometimes because our structure is really unique compared to most production companies. So our vertical integration is what sets us apart. We don't contract with growers on our seed corn. It's all on our own land, and we're actually all the employees are actually the ones farming. We're a large farm as well as a large seed company. So from planters to sprayers to field cultivators to moldboard plows to every tractor that you can imagine, and every application tool we have, and we do it ourselves. So when you're talking with us and when working with us, you're talking to not only the seed company, but you're talking to the grower that's has a real importance of delivering every plant and every ear and every kernel to you.
Nice. I would imagine in your role, one of your jobs is to identify what your customers' needs are.
Yep.
And sometimes customer wants. What would you say are your on the top of your list? Those ones that you have to deliver on.
Well, there's no doubt that quality and service is extremely important, and that's what makes any good company that produces a product. But communication is really important as well, and being flexible.
Right.
And price is a big driver, and I think we do a real good job being able to stay price competitive because of our structure and because there's no real middleman in between us. We're able to do it ourselves.
To say you're in a fiercely competitive environment would be somewhat of an understatement.
Oh.
What do you do personally to stay ahead of the curve?
Well, not get out of the daily grind, to be real honest. No breaks, and leading an organization that works hard every day and constantly communicating within our organization to find out where the next hole is, where the next opportunity is, and really where the next need is, because we can mold ourselves and have done a really good job the last 7, 10, 12 years molding ourselves into a company that's wherever the need is.
You have some young kids at home. You have, I'm sure, young folks working with you at work. What things do you talk to other young people about, or what advice would you have for someone who wanted to share insight into why get involved in the seed industry?
Well, the seed industry is, coming from someone that had no idea about the seed industry, is just absolutely a phenomenal industry. It's not only is it fun and has a good camaraderie even with your competitors, but there's so much opportunity, I tell the young kids, more than just what they see on the surface. Any degree, any classwork that they do now, any section of the school that they love, it's here in this industry, whether it be science, whether it be math, whether it be sales, whether it be production, mechanics, welders, you name it, engineers. You get every opportunity within this entire industry.
Absolutely. Agree completely. So then the flip side is, when you look at the seed industry, what things keep you up at night?
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. It's the ebb and flows of the industry and everything that comes with it, and it trickles down to even production. So being able to operate a couple facilities for corn and soybeans and be able to ride those ebb and flows for a long period of time, no doubt that those waves are the biggest challenge that we have learned to ride, and we'll have to continue to learn how to ride.
So we're coming to the end of 2016 already, which is mind-boggling to me, but 2017 right around the corner. What do you want to accomplish for 2017? What's at the top of the list?
Well, two things really. Continue to grow and service our current customers to the level that we have been. They're the utmost importance. But also from a back home standpoint or a personal standpoint, we've done some major changes through our organization and restructuring, so we can better service what we do, grow a better product, and then also be set up for another wave of the future. And so really excited to see those changes that we've made within our organization back home, not only management, personnel, but our facility and our equipment, and really ready for it to flourish and see all that hard work that we've put in really pay off and really run and operate the way that we expect it to.
I've heard you talk before, Aaron, about systems and how systemizing things is a key to success.
Oh.
What have you done with these changes that you've made that have systemized the program?
Well, we really try to divide and conquer the best we can, but at the same token, we're firm believers of trying to keep people and equipment and processes as vertically integrated as we can, and keeping as limited amount of possibility for hiccups there. Right. So, and the more people that you get involved, the more steps that there are, the more complicated things are, that's where mess ups happen. Right. And so if we try to, so to speak, cut all the fat around it, try to make it simple, easy, and clean, and try to keep everything centered around just a few individuals and a few processes that are core, tends to run a lot better and a lot smoother.
Awesome. Well said. Thanks again for sitting down. I appreciate it.
Well, absolutely. Thanks for the time.
Thanks, Aaron.
Yep.